Hi, welcome to this course on capital budgeting. Before we dive into the capital budgeting decision rules, let us understand a very basic factor in investment decisions, which is time value of money. Now, what is time value of money? The value of money keep on depreciating on a year by year basis. The value of $100,000 or $1,000 at the end of year one is not the same as today, because you if you deposit the money into the bank, you may get some interest, 1%, 2%, 10%. At the end of the year one, let's say if it's 5% interest rate, you get 5% extra, right? So based on the $1, you will get 10% interest. If let's say the interest rate is 10%, so you will get $1.1 at the end of year one. So value of today $1 is equivalent to 1.1 next year, or value of one next year will be 10% lower than the current time, right? So let us understand this concept with a couple of examples that will be able to make it very clear for you. So now we can see that in general, the dollar is worth more than a dollar in 1 year. So if you have $1 today, you get deposit into the bank, you get 10%, you will have 1.1 at the end of year one, which means the value of 1.1 next year is $1 today, or value of let's say 105,000 in next year is 100,000 based on 5% interest rate. That is called the time value of money. The difference between the value today and the value in the future is called the time value. That is normally caused by the interest rate, because by depositing the money, we are converting the money today into the future, and by borrowing, we are converting the money of future into today terms. The decision the conversion factor is usually called interest rate, which is denominated by a small r, the rate at which the money is borrowed or lent over a period of given time. Usually it's either monthly, quarterly, or annual. But interest rate normally is denominated in annual terms. The interest rate factor is called 1 plus R, is denominated by 1 part R, and is the rate of exchange between the dollars today and in the future. It has a units of $1 today will be $3 in the future, or how many dollars of future will be the worth today. So vice versa. So for getting the future, we multiply it. For getting the current, we divide it, which we're going to learn in the future. So let's take an example. You have a choice of making an investment in the 10-year value of 100,000 in 1 year. If the interest rate is 10%, the cost of investment today is the cost is $100,000 today, should be $110,000 in 1 year, because if the interest rate is 10%, you can deposit the money and then you can get $100,000 in 1 year. If you are not making that much of money, let's say in investment you are going to make only 105,000, in by depositing the same money to the bank, you can make $110,000. So the cost of making the investment today is is the difference between the two options. So you will calculate the present value of the investment in future. So the net value difference between the cost of investment and benefits in 1 year is $5,000 in 1 year. You are losing $5,000. So you will discount. So what is the worth today? So you will do 5,000 divide by 1 plus R, as we said, the investment factor, interest rate factor, and interest rate is 10%. So 5,000 divided by 1.1, it will become around 4,500 something. So how we calculate that? We will calculate that by dividing 105 with 1.1. So the value we'll get is value of benefit of future 105,000 today is 95,454. If you if you minus it from the investment value, you are losing 4,545, which is equivalent to the cost of benefit in the future. So that is called the present value. The present value is the benefit of the benefit or cost computed in terms of today, and the future value is called benefit computed in the at the future date. So in the previous example, the 100,000 is the present value, 105,000 is the future value. So this is how we calculate. So interest rate is normally will be using the discount factors. The money is worth less, so it reflects a discount. It's called the discount rate. So the discount rate is calculated by 1 divided by the interest rate factor. So value of dollar received in the future will be multiplied by the 1 year discount factor as 1 point r into 1 divided by 1.1 plus r. For 2 years, it will go double, right? So 1 divided by 1 plus r square 2 times, right? Or in third year it will become today terms into 1.1 into 1 divided by 1 plus r into 1 divided by 1 plus r into 1 divided by 1 plus r. So we compound it 3 times. So there are simple rules which you can remember. The rules will be explained a bit in if you put in your timelines. Timeline is date is 0 today, and then you have year 1, year 2, and then you normally compound from the future, from present, discount from future to present, or from present to the future. When you bring the value from the today to future, it's called compounding, and when you bring value from future to present, it's called discounting. So the first rule in time value of money is that we don't compare and combine the values in different times. So you cannot just compare value today with value after 1 year, and you cannot add the values like that as well. That's the concept of time value of money. There is no formula for that, but you just have to remember that you cannot just simply add the values in future years into the present terms. When we calculate the cash flows future value, we call it compounding, and the compounding works in compound, really, the interest over interest. So $1,000 at 10% will become 1,100, and 1,000, and in 2 years, because you will gain interest over the interest again, so 1.1 into 1,100 will become 1,210. So that is called the compounding. We just don't add simple interest. So if we have to come, if we know the future, if we want to know the future value of 1,000 after 2 years, we will not say 10% into 2 years, right? So 10% is $100 into 2 is $200, and then we get the future value of 1,200. No, it's not the right way. We have to compound it. So first we will compound at one time. That means 1.1 into 1,000, that will become 1,100, and then that one will be again compounded at 1%, 10%. 1 into 1,100 into 1.1 will become 1,210. So that's how we calculate. And the formula for compounding is really called C into 1 plus R into 1 plus R into 1 plus R times N. So how many number of years we need to combine, it's called C into 1 plus R to the power N. The future value in nth time will be today cash into 1 plus R to the power of N. So you have to use that formula to adjust it. In Excel, it's denominated by the arrow, the small arrow over number 6, shift plus 6. This is the compounding graph. You can see that. So and the third rule in the time value of money is called discounting. When you bring the future value into the present terms, it's called discounting, and it works the other way. So future value, we calculated C into 1 plus R divided to the power N. For calculating the present value, we will say future value divide by 1 plus R to the power N. So that's the formula for calculating the present value. So discounting works like this. If $1,000 after 2 years, first discounting will be at first year, and then the second discounting will be at the current year, become 826.45. So that's called the discounting. To summarize the formula that we have learned in this, the rule one is you cannot compare the same value in different times. You have to bring them to the same time, and then you can only compare or combine them, add them or subtract them. Second formula, the second rule here is to calculate a cash flow's future value, we need to compound it. So you cannot use a simple formula. And to calculate the future value, present value for a future cash flow, we need to discount it. And the formula is given on this.